Well, another day, another DC fumble. The directors that made Across the Spider-Verse pitched an idea to Warner Brothers to make an animated Batman Beyond movie. How is this even a question? If I was the higher-ups of Warner Brothers, all you have to do to say to convince me is, we have this idea for a Batman Beyond animated film. I would have stopped you right there and said, yes, get working on it. But in DC fashion, they probably won't do it. I haven't heard an official thing that said they said no, 100%, but they have been pitching this idea for 5 months now, and it's only went from them saying it's never going to happen to maybe it's going to happen. DC for years now have been selling the bag like a stupid amount. The fact that they still don't have an ongoing universe amazes me. Of course it's getting started up now with James Gunn, but damn, it's taken them this long. I wish DC had the same amount of competence and organization as Marvel once did. I said once because Marvel is a complete mess right now. In my opinion, I think DC has way better characters than Marvel. I'll take the Justice League over the Avengers any day of the week, but for some reason, DC has struggled to get an ongoing universe like Marvel, which blows my mind because it seems like the easiest thing. You already have loved characters and love stories. I promise you, you could use comic book stories and make those into movies. Absolutely no one would complain. Could you imagine a live action Dark Knight's Metal over a span of movies? I would literally ejaculate at least 10 times each movie. Just seeing The Darkest Knight, the whole theater would be filled with my cum. Just thinking about it gets me hard. But my point is that it just seems like such an easy layup to have a DCU. You guys remember how goated DC was with the animated films? Those things are super underrated, but it shows that DC is capable of having an ongoing universe with good stories. It almost seems like they choose not to. Them not being interested with a Batman Beyond movie is a clear example of it. Unless the movie they were pitching was supposed to be a straight up copy of Spider-Verse, then I would understand. Like if they were pitching a Batverse, yeah, that would be stupid just to copy the Spider-Verse movies. But even if the idea was to just have a Batverse, reject the Batverse idea, but continue with a Batman Beyond animated film. Just look at these concept arts. Ugh. I would deadass pay a $100 ticket to see it. I don't give a fuck what even the story is even about. DC, I'm begging you, please. I'm tired of seeing fucking Captain Marvel and She-Hulk. If I have to hear another feminist joke or complain that someone is a man, I don't know what I'll do at this point. I'm losing my mind because the only movies I really want to see are superhero movies. But the two big companies that have control over them are more of a fucking idiot than the other. Marvel is consumed by politics and makes shit movies now. And DC doesn't know the difference between their head and their ass. What good live action movies has DC made? They had the Dark Knight trilogy, the second Suicide Squad movie, the Batman, I'll count the Joker, I guess, and that's it. Just a complete missed opportunity, and it's a completely wide open layup. They're like Bull. All the tools and attributes to be great, the speed and the size, but for some reason can't get it done. I think a complete Weapon X of a character that makes this so easy is Batman. Batman, is it even an argument that he's the greatest superhero ever? He has the best stories, villains, allies, backstory, and character design. It's weird because I swear they choose the worser things to focus on Batman in their movies. The Batman movie was a good movie. I really don't have much to complain about it. But why did they choose the Riddler as the main villain for the first movie? Out of Batman's rogues gallery, Riddler is probably my least favorite villain. I don't dislike him or think he's a bad character, but he isn't my first choice. I think that stems from the fact that the writers aren't comic book fans. A Clayface or Mr. Freeze or Scarecrow for the first movie would have been better. They probably will only get 3 movies with the Batman, and it seems like they're even struggling to get the second one out. And one of those movies, the main villain was the Riddler. Seems like a missed opportunity. I haven't brought up Joker because Joker is on his own level. Joker is the greatest villain of all time. Of course, it's only right for the greatest hero to get the greatest villain to go along with him. If there is no Joker in one of these Batman films, that is a crime. The writer should be thrown in prison for life. How could you have 3 Batman films and not have the Joker as the main villain in at least one of them? The DCU has Batman and they still struggle. How is that even possible? Batman Beyond, I feel like, is less of an easy layup as Batman Straight Up because he is a different character. But it still shouldn't be that hard though. They are still technically pitching the idea, but it shouldn't be taking this long. You got 2 directors that have shown they can make a good movie with a great character that works perfectly in the animated setting, and you are contemplating on giving the green light? Is that a joke? The cyberpunk type with Batman Beyond looks sexy in animation. I think it looks better in animation than live action. It could work live action, but I think you can take it to a whole other level with animation. You catch yourself while watching Spider-Verse just getting lost in how amazing it looks. You can get that same look with Batman Beyond, but instead of having the lighter tone as Spider-Verse, you can get this gothic darker tone animation style and it will look phenomenal. They shouldn't copy Spider-Verse like I said and make a Batverse. I think it would be stupid just to copy it. But you can still make a Batman Beyond movie. As much as the DC's been selling over the years, this might be the perfect time to make a brand new DCU. Marvel is in shambles right now. They've been only going down in quality and money. The time is now to take control over the superhero genre. James Gunn, it all rests on your shoulders. Don't let us down. I like that they're starting with Superman Legacy. We are getting back to a good lighter tone Superman that we haven't seen in a while. Zack Snyder, I like where your heart was at and I respect you trying to make something different. But we all love to see Superman in his true form, and that is in that happier tone. James Gunn already said that is what he's going to go for, so that is a good sign. What do you guys think of the new DCU coming up? Are you excited? And also, how do you feel about a Batman Beyond movie? I feel like it should be the easiest decision they've ever made. But what do I know? I'm just a guy in his parents' attic.